Hi guys. Tonight we did a lot of cool stuff, and I'll tell you about. So I had therapy, and I go to therapy every Thursday at 6. And you know, I've been going to her for a while now, and I really, really like her. She's super awesome. She's a super cool chick. She watches some of my videos, so I have to say that. I'm just joking. I'm joking. No, I really love her. She gives me hugs, and today I brought her a cupcake. So she's really freaking cool, and I really dig her, and she makes me feel really comfortable. I like the fact that I can talk to her and be very comfortable doing so, like I'm talking to a friend. So for me, that's super important. I need to feel like I'm able to talk to somebody like a real person. Um, so she thinks that I have ADHD, which going through the questionnaire and stuff like that, it makes a lot of sense because um, I do have a lot of issues with like interrupting people or taking over the conversation or being completely impatient, not being able to sit still ever, um, constantly fidgety. I have a hard time concentrating on one task. I have to have multiple things going on at all times. Like I've got the way I kind of explain my brain is like I can be talking to you, but you're talking and my brain is over here somewhere thinking about tacos. Like seriously, like right now, tacos and thinking about bills and I got the dogs next to me and I'm wondering, what I'm gonna do tomorrow morning, what time I should get up and did I. So my brain is always just like firing like random bullshit at me like all the time. So, um, and it's very hard for me to concentrate. So, I've learned to deal with this my entire life and it's been really hard. And, I kind of thought that I've had ADD and I've had doctors tell me before that they thought I did, but I've never actually sought treatment for it. Mainly because once again, just like with depression, I've always been like, just suck it up, buttercup, and get over it. Just try to do it. But now that I'm getting older, I'll be 36 in December. I'll be 36, and I tried it my way. I did. I tried just, moving on and trying to just get over myself and, telling myself that there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with me, there's nothing wrong with me. I tried that route and it didn't do me any good. So, if she thinks that, I may need something for ADD, then, I think maybe that along with, getting an antidepressant might be exactly what I need. Um, I think it's very hard for me. This is the first time I got to see her before since my debacle with the other doctor, and she was outraged. Both of us, I was crying and I was really upset, and she was just absolutely outraged, and she wants me to fill out a paper um, for the patient advocate. So I'm gonna do that. I'm in my bedroom that I'm hunched over like because the laptop is sitting on the bed and I'm doing a webcam capture and I'm kind of worried that the fan might be really loud for you guys. So if I leave this up, then when I play this back it sounds fine. And if I don't, well you wouldn't see it because I took it off, so I guess it doesn't make any damn sense. Yeah. Um so yeah, oh, so see the whole concentration thing, have a really hard time with it. I have my entire life. School was horrible. I always fell asleep. I fell asleep in every class. I have a super hard time. I constantly got in trouble for talking. I constantly got in trouble, like being the class clown. And, the things I excelled in were art and cooking, surprise, surprise, and band. I excelled at playing music because it was something that kept my interest, and I was always constantly doing something. You were always cooking, you're always measuring, you're always watching, you're always cleaning, or, oh, and ROTC, JROTC, I was in that too. So you see, I excelled in all the things that you have a shit ton of stuff to do, because I'm not just sitting in the chair listening to, somebody tell me the periodic table and why, helium does makes shit float, or why it makes you see what I'm saying? I did good in biology, but it took a lot of it took a lot for me to actually pay attention and kind of put the blinders on. You know what I'm talking about? Like, I don't like the blinders, and try to focus. It has been that way my entire life. And of course, when I was much younger, there was no such thing. Not really. And no parent really wants to admit something's wrong with you. So it was not common for, mental health issues and stuff like that because, like I said, I am 35 years old, and back then they were just like, your kid's fucking weird, or your kid is probably needs a lobotomy. That's pretty much it. You've got a problem child on your hands. That I would be punished for my actions, which now in today's society, knowing that there are mental deficits, kids get special treatment, they get special education for them, they get allotments to help them succeed, which is stuff that I never had because I pretty much just slipped through the entire fucking cracks of school. Yep. I got held back in second grade because they didn't feel like I could socially interact with children correctly. Uh, ADD, hello. I got held back in junior high. No, in high school in ninth grade because, again, wasn't interested. Was falling asleep, hated everything. I was moody, I was depressed, I was unfocused, I didn't enjoy being made fun of all the time. That's pretty much just what it was. And now that I look back on my life and I realize, hey, I have ADD or ADHD, whichever one. They she said ADHD. So, you know, had I had the same medical, you know, system that we do now, I think my life would have turned out a lot different. But, you can't go back to the past. So I can only do with what I've got today, and I can only fix what I can today. And I think that, moving forward, trying to find something that will help me be able to concentrate and be able to focus and be able to, you know, something a lot of you guys don't know is that I have an associate's degree. I have an associate's degree from the University of Phoenix that I got in 2010. I actually, I was being able to do stuff on my own time is much easier for me because if you tell me that I have a task, the way I have dealt with having ADHD and the way I have dealt with having my depression is I try to get everything done very fast, excuse me, all at once. So then I have like a bajillion tons amount of time where I don't have to be bothered or worried about a subject or something to do. So what I would do is I would get like they would always like have your homework. They showed you what your homework was going to be days ahead of time, and I would take Monday or a Sunday and I would do all of it. Everything that I could possibly do that would require any kind of papers and stuff like that, I would spend 6 or 7 hours doing those papers and things, and that way I had the rest of the week to fuck off because I don't like having deadlines. And I think that's another reason why the whole job thing is making me crazy. I don't like having to sit in one area and be forced to do the same monotonous thing over and over again. That's how my brain is reacting. It's not working very well for me. It's not no bueno. So, I think that's like super important for me to realize now that I'm fucking 36 and, Adam Sandler says one of his movies, That would have been awesome if you would have told me about that yesterday. So I think in the back of my head I've always thought that I had, some ADD issues, and that I've always been depressed. So, you know, I know that I have had the symptoms, but I don't know. It's very this subject again is very hard for me. It's a very hard subject. It's very raw to admit that there's something that I can't fix on my own. It's very hard for me to open myself up and say, hey, I can't do this alone. I can't wish this better. I can't suck it up and just magically fix this because I have had weight loss surgery and I won't succeed if I don't change every aspect of myself, which means that I have to work on my mental department as well. I need to fix everything about me. I need to fix, the things that are wrong are still wrong, whether I'm losing weight or not. And I think that, in the end, with having, RNY, I will end up gaining my weight back if I don't fix the problem within. So I think that going to therapy and having somebody in my corner and having a wonderful husband and having awesome friends that support me and wonderful family like my mom, you know, having this support system where I feel for the first time in my entire life comfortable with who I am and comfortable with the people that I've allowed in my life to lean on you guys and be like, okay, I obviously am wrong and I do need help. I think that that's really important, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to focus on me, and I'm going to focus on making myself the person that I think I should be. So that's what this is about today, is just telling you guys that, you know, I am probably going to have to seek not one medication, but two, and I'm going to have to, things might be weird for a while. I don't know how I'm going to react to being on medication. I don't take medication because I don't like it. So, I don't know. I really don't. And I know that you guys probably would like a funny video right now, but I'm very pensive, and I'm kind of, you know, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Because now I have to go find a psychiatrist. Yeah, psychiatrist. And talk to them about, ADHD medication and something that won't, you know, give me too many symptoms, and then talk to them about getting on Wellbutrin, which is the thing that I thought I wanted to begin with, and see where we're going from there. Alright, guys, so I hope I didn't bore the shit out of you for like 13 minutes of me rambling about, crap that doesn't actually matter usually. I will make another video soon, and I love you guys. Oh, and congratulations to all the winners for the gym reps and the pro bars, because they're freaking awesome. Awesome possum.